Hey fourth grade, today we are going to be learning about line plots. We've actually talked about line plots a little bit before we left for spring break when we were practicing for our benchmark, but today we're just going to learn a little bit more about them so that we can be refreshed and remember exactly what line plots are. So, just to remind you, a line plot is a chart that gives you information about how many of something you have. So here's my example for you. Say you had like a pile of crayons and you wanted to see how many you had of each color. Maybe you had some red, maybe you had some blue, some orange, and some yellow. So this might be what my line plot looks like. When you read it, you can see I've got my title, I've got my line, I have my 4 different colors of crayons that I have, and then those X's above each of the crayon colors are how many I have of each. So this chart would show me that I have 3 red, I have 1 blue, 2 orange, and 4 yellow. Pretty simple, right? Not too tricky at all. So later on this week, we're actually going to challenge you and ask you to make your own line plots of something in your house. So really quick, I'm going to show you step by step how you might do that. So step number 1, you have to pick something in your house that you have multiple of that you can make your line plot of, So I decided I have a lot of shoes, so I'm going to make my line plot with shoes. So the first thing that I need to do is I need to give my line plot a title. So you can be creative, think about what would make the most sense to name your line plot. So I'm going to just do mine number of shoes. So I'm writing number of shoes up at the top for my title. All right, so the first thing I did was I wrote what the title of my graph is going to be, of my line plot. So now I need to draw my line. If you guys remember, a line is going to be a line and you've got arrows on both sides because remember, a line goes on forever, right? So at the bottom, I've drawn my line. Now I need to label my line with all of my different types of shoes. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, I have 5 different types of shoes. So I'm gonna draw 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 little marker lines just so that each type of shoe has a spot. So now I'm gonna label those lines. So I've got boots, I've got sandals, I've got flip-flops, because yes, sandals and flip-flops are different, in case you wanted to know. I've got slip-on shoes, which I consider those like my Vans or my Toms or any shoes that I just have to slip on that are kind of like tennis shoes but don't have laces. That's what my slip-ons are. And then I have my tennis shoes. Okay, so I have labeled all my shoes down here at the bottom. So next, I have to put my X's on top of each type of shoe. This is where you guys are gonna be like, oh my gosh, Miss Speed, you're crazy. Why do you have so many shoes? I don't know, it's a great question. I do have a lot of shoes, and I didn't even count them all for this project either. I should have, but I would have ran out of room. So, my boots. I'm going to mark 6 X's above my boots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 X's above my boots because I have 6 pairs of boots. I know, 6 pairs is so crazy. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and finish drawing my X's. Guys, this is crazy. I have 9 pairs of sandals, so I had to do 9 X's above my sandals, 3 pairs of flip-flops, 5 pairs of slip-on shoes, and I have 3 pairs of tennis shoes. I know, guys, it's crazy. I have way too many shoes, right? So here's my final chart. I've got my boots, and I've written all my X's of how many pairs of boots I have. I've got my sandals, there's 9 of them, my flip-flops 3, my slip-ons 5, and my tennis shoes 3. So many shoes, right? But this just shows you how many shoes I have. It's a good little line plot, a good little graph of the information of the number of shoes I have and the types of shoes that fall under each of those categories. So be thinking in the next couple days about what are some things in your house that you could make a line plot on. Maybe you're gonna do shoes, or maybe you have certain kinds of stuffed animals, or maybe you're gonna do the types of silverware in your silverware drawer. I don't know, get creative, because later this week, like I said, you're gonna be making your own graph, and I'm really excited to see all of your own line plots, to see all of the unique and interesting things that you've chosen to make your line plot over. So yeah, good luck and have a great day.